G'day everybody and welcome back to the Madhouse. Today, based on some commentary with a watcher last night, and again I can't work out if it's this end or this end. I'm going to look at this end. If I get it wrong, I'll look there next time. This whole camera thing's doing me in. So I was talking to a viewer last night and natural commentary, what are we doing, where are we going? And I realised I hadn't actually shown everybody what we're actually doing. So I've got 3 videos to make this afternoon. This is number 1. And it's been a long week. It's Friday, so we'll do some talking and some walking and some having a look around, and you'll work out quickly as the footage passes that that's moved and the big yellow thing that was theirs over there. And anyway, let's walk through the junipers and I'll show you what's going on, and then we'll go from there. See you in a minute. Okay, so once again, my neighbour is mowing on the one day of the week I can actually come out here and do this. So excuse the noise, but here is my Juniper collection. So these are all common junipers, either male or female. I have one bisexual juniper in here, and it's over there somewhere. But generally I have a ratio of about 20% males and 80% females, and that's how it's been done for millions of years, and that's how I intend to do it. So some of these, none of these in this patch are over 12 months old, but we'll walk around and show you where they start. So generally, if I'm buying retail junipers, excuse me for a second, they come about this big. Excuse the weeds, that's another job for this week. So that's about 3 inches high, and that's how you buy them retail. So I've also been taking cuttings of about the same size. So I'll find a cutting from around a time frame. So this was taken on the now I can't read my writing. Oh, this is from tree number 8, and it was taken on the 15th of the 1st, 2022, and I'll explain the tree number 8 in a minute. As you can see, I've got roots growing through the bottom, so I need to get these in the ground. So this cutting is 4 months old, and it's currently, I don't have anything to measure it with, but it's about just over 150 mil or 6 inches long, tall. So some of the things I've learnt, they're either going to grow or they're not, and that's just part of taking it. I have tried a number of different rooting compounds and different times of years, and I've had some very varied results. So still haven't quite nailed this process. I've taken over 500 cuttings this year, and I've got about 250 surviving. So for example, this cutting here, tiny little one, was taken at the same time as this cutting here. So they're very sensitive to movement. There's my bisexual one just in there, so it's from August 22, and that tree was bought for me by some people who've basically donated some trees. They're keen to see it happen. So a retail juniper costs about $10. If you'd like to, you know, buy one and get me to put it in the ground and put your name on it, we'll work something out. I like planting trees. I've also got some other things on the go. $5 crepe myrtles, and some acacias, I think they are, some gum trees, some geraniums. I'm a big fan of geraniums. And so all of these trees are all in varied stages, but anything, sorry, I'll come around this side, anything that's over 6 inches tall is supposed to be going in the ground this weekend, but we're behind schedule and that may not happen. So I'll walk down the front and I'll show you what happens when they go in the ground. So there's my greenhouse, which I still haven't put together after 4 months. And there's the rest of my greenhouse, and there's my irrigation line. There's a spare tyre off the donkey float, water tanks for the back of the ute, rubbish trailer, we'll get to that in a minute, dog cage, we'll get to that in a minute. bongo of life, what a beast. I'm coming back to that in the next video. Alright, excuse the sudden pause. A couple of local drongos. So all the junipers that don't survive end up here on the walk of shame. So these are all cuttings that I've taken in the last 6 to 12 months and haven't survived, and I line them up here to remind myself that this is a process of learning and we're under, learning. So anyway, we'll walk down the line. So this is tree number 1. It's not tree number 1 that I planted, but it's in position 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, all the way down to I think it's 11. And one of the questions I'm going to get asked a lot is which one's a male and which one's a female. And truth be told, in here I only have my opinion and suggestions, but I didn't label them because nature doesn't work like that. So I wanted to turn it up a little bit. I do know that I've got mostly females and at least 2 males, just based on how they look. So these are all of varied ages, but I'll walk my way down the line. These ones are from 2020. This one here and this one here, tree 1 and 2 are female. I'm fairly confident that this one here is a male because it's sprawled out like it's laying on the couch, and it actually has a slightly different colour. It's not huge, it's hard to pick, but it has a variation. We do get a lot of shade in this spot. We get lots of middle of the day sun, but we get lots of afternoon sun. So this male is in August 2018. This is a female, 2018, and see if I can zoom in. As you can see, lots of good growth. We're still in the middle of May 2022. This one here, which is about, I'll try and put a scale in. Oh, so, hang on, that won't work. There you go. It's about 2 feet high. We've actually had 3 trees in this place, so I think there might be an issue with the dirt in here, but this is a cutting, less than 12-month-old cutting. Suspected male in position 6, female, and I'll zoom out a little bit by walking backwards. I'll show you a measuring stick in a minute. So that's a female, that's an original. That's a female, that's an original, AO 2018. This is a male, again they sprawl. I'm pretty confident on the male call. And a female from 2018. So the 5 in a row there. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. They're all 2018s, and then these 2 here are 2020s, and these have gone berserk in the last probably 4 weeks. Hang on, car coming. So I'll walk behind the gate. 4 weeks ago, so my posts are 1.2 off the ground. 4 weeks ago these trees were here. Sorry, more traffic. And in the last, probably the last 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a month, these have both grown over 2 feet. So to give some size perspective, I'll come back in amongst them and I'll put myself next to it. So again, here's my ugly mug. This may or may not work. Tell me if you can't work this out. So if I stand up straight, I'm 6'4" or thereabouts, and this tree is over 7 feet high. So it's grown, give or take, about 1.5 feet a year, which is pretty good. We were in the middle of a drought when we planted them. They survived through the drought and they've got to this height. They've been in the side of the driveway. Hang on, I'll spin it around, hang on. So they went in the ground before the end of the drought, so that's late 2019, and they have absolutely thrived. In terms of water, apart from rainfall, they'd be lucky to get 5 litres once a week. That sounds like a lot, but for us that's a huge amount of water. I do intend to irrigate them out on the block, and that's why I've bought the regulated drip irrigation. So apologies for all the traffic noise and lawnmowers and stuff, and it's a bit hard to see down here, but that's my trial patch. That's what pushed us to buy the block. It's what pushed us to start buying cuttings. cuttings, pots and dirt and various other things, and tractors and blocks of land and so on and so on. So pretty comfortable. We have always had change of seasons, good growth. These are growing exceptionally well. You can see all the new growth. The new growth is the lighter coloured. I'll call them leaves, but I'm not sure if they are leaves. And we are expecting them to flower this year, which means I'm 2 years from harvest on my driveway, which is not much good to anybody, but yeah, it's pretty exciting. So yeah, as you can see, we get plenty of debris. They're as sharp as, don't stab yourself in the finger. I have had a little bit of dieback on one, but the bush has survived. So, more traffic. And you can see here also, like, sorry, it's a bit hard to get with the light. You can see here the different colours of the new growth. So, there you go. That's the best I can do with an iPhone at short notice. That's the plan, is to take another round of cuttings off of these shortly and fill all these pots back up before winter, and then put them in the greenhouse if we get it built, and then get rid of the donkey boat shortly, get rid of the bongo, get rid of the tractors, clean the driveway up, etc, etc, etc. So if you've got any questions, please bang them in. If you work in the industry, or you're a distiller who wants to know more, or hey, just say hi, subscribe, like, join the fun. We are going to get very serious here shortly, and while it will take a while, here at 3 Generation Gin, it may take a while. That's how we like to roll. So see you soon, and yeah, thanks for watching.